That's all that's left for the Steelers. Forget Rodgers, we'll have to deal with what's coming. Check it out. The Pittsburgh Steelers have a quarterback. They actually have two. And while they're comfortable with Mason Rudolph as a starter if need be, they have other options on the table and are exploring them heading into the NFL draft. Head coach Mike Tomlin spoke with local media at the league meetings and made it clear that there really isn't a plan A and plan B. The team is working through their options and deliberating between them as they finalize their roster. I don't know if we are identifying anything as plan A, plan B, or plan C, Tomlin said. We're just simply looking at the field of available people, whether it's free agency or the draft, and making decisions and gathering info accordingly. While there is no plan B, the Steelers have fans asking the question of who's the starter if Rodgers doesn't sign. And that question deserves an answer. Here's a list of options. Mason Rudolph. Obviously, we're excited about having Mason Rudolph back. Not only our knowledge of him as a player, but as a man. We're excited to have him back, and I know he's excited to be back, Tomlin said at the league meetings. The Steelers have Mason Rudolph as a backup plan and are going to stick with it. They trust Rudolph, who showed he's capable of winning last time he was with the team. Is he their favorite option? No. And the team will look outside to see if there's a better one if Rodgers does choose to go elsewhere or retire. But Tomlin sure made it sound like Rudolph is the team's option for a veteran quarterback outside of Rodgers, meaning names like Carson Wentz and Joe Flacco may not be on their radar. Shedeur Sanders. There's growing belief that Shedeur Sanders could fall out of the top 10 and near the Steelers' pick at 21. If he does fall to them, there's a chance he's one of the only first-round quarterbacks the team would consider high on their list. But really, the question is, would he fall far enough that the Steelers make a move? Depending on compensation, the Steelers could decide they're ready to trade up a few spots for Sanders. The Colorado quarterback has question marks, and some NFL scouts do not have a first-round grade on him. That doesn't mean the Steelers are on that list, but it also means they need to be strategic about how willing they are to jump at him. Falling to 21 makes Sanders a realistic option whether Rodgers signs or not. If Rodgers decides not to, though, maybe a low-end trade to assure they get him is on the board for Pittsburgh and Sanders. Another NFL draft QB. Tomlin mentioned a number of times that the Steelers are looking at quarterback options in the NFL draft. And chances are that even if Rodgers signs, they're going to add someone during the 3-day event. Really, it's about who and where. They've shown interest in Jalen Milroe out of Alabama, Quinn Ewers out of Texas, and Will Howard out of Ohio State. Ole Miss Jackson Dart and Louisville's Tyler Shaw have pre-draft visits scheduled in Pittsburgh, and obviously names like Cam Ward and Sanders are there if for some reason they have a chance. Dart and Shaw may be going too high for the Steelers. Both are crawling their way into the first round, which isn't ideal for Pittsburgh. Ewers, Howard, and Milroe are second round and on, which could be the prime target spot this draft cycle. A rookie would be competition for Rudolph, who would be heavily favored in that battle. Don't sleep on that competition being presented, though. It sure sounds like Rudolph is the veteran replacement option. Otherwise, it's likely going to be a rookie.